What is going on, my dudes? Tystra here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And as always, if you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And as always, don't forget to comment about what you liked about this video down below. Now, we got done talking about Ito just a little bit ago. I would say probably like a day or two ago, depending on when this episode gets uploaded. But now we are going to be talking about the 4-star Saganomiya freaking general puppy dog boy, Mr. Gorou. And Gorou is one of those ones that everybody was kind of like, he seems broken, he's meta, or he's going to be a meta changer and all this stuff. And I was one of those people. I still think that he is a meta changer in this sense. And it's not entirely because he's overpowered, it's because of what he could do with the team that he's on. And this is what we're going to be talking about because it has limitations. You have to be very careful with how you run them. So let's go ahead and get into it. But again, like I said, guys, if you like the content, please make sure to comment and say, what you like about certain aspects of, these characters that I keep on doing. So let's go ahead and get into it. So with Gorou, I had no idea how to run his weapon. So I did use a guide to kind of gather some information. I knew that it was going to be an energy recharge character, but I didn't know exactly technically what I should go for because I didn't know if I should go for some more defense building or what. Ended up using Favonius Warbow because the fact that it does have that energy recharge and crit hits 100% chance to generate a small amount of elemental particles, which you kind of need because Gorou is going to be a battery for your Geo characters, which we'll get into again here in a moment. But Favonius Warbow is a great choice. I saw some people using Elegy of the End. I don't have Elegy of the End, so I don't use Elegy of the End. There is, where is a Sacrificial Bow that you could use as well for an energy recharge. That's a good choice, but ultimately, Favonius Warbow, in my personal opinion, and in this guy's opinion from my studies of it, is that this is going to be the weapon that you want to use. It's definitely going to help out your team and Gorou more than, the Sacrificial Bow or Elegy of the Wind. Now, here's where it gets tricky, because Gorou is one of those special cases of certain artifacts you want to use or certain artifacts that you don't want to use. There are people using 4-piece exile, and I'm not for that only because of the fact that you're losing out on possible bonuses. Now, people are like, oh, well, you could still get 4 substats on your things. It's just a little bit more tricky and blah, blah, blah. But you only go up to level 16, and that's one stat bonus that you're missing out on. And I'm sorry, that one stat bonus could mean win or loss to me, in my opinion. So I didn't go with the Exile set. I went ahead and did a 4-piece set of Noblesse Oblige, only because of the fact that, you are going to be using your elemental bursts a lot. Especially since, you're going to be running this character most likely with characters like Arataki Ito, Zhongli, Albedo, DPS Noel. You have all these different characters that you're going to be using it for. It's better to get that attack power every time, like, to be honest. And you're going to be getting your burst a lot because Gorou is going to be your battery. And I use the term battery in the sense of getting your energy for all your team, especially if they're Geo characters. So I highly recommend 4-piece Noblesse. You could run the Exile, but I think you're shooting yourself in the foot. There is also a 2-piece with 2-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. And then there was 2-piece Energy Recharge set, which is, I believe, let's see, 2-piece Energy Recharge set would be in the 4 stars, unfortunately, which would be the Exile. But again, or you could even use the Scholar. I have a little like thing right here for the artifacts. But in all honesty, like, again, you're going to be sacrificing, that stuff. You're going to be sacrificing the extra levels and the possibility that you might not get a full set of substats. It's not a given. And I get why people want to do it. I just don't agree with it. So I would definitely say the best set to run is a 4-piece Noblesse Oblige, which is completely different than my pre-release guide. I thought he was going to be using Husk of Opulent Dreams, but I was absolutely wrong in that instance. And, I own up to it. It's bad. Now, in the previous video, you saw me talk about Ito at Constellation 0. He has no Constellation. But with 4 stars, you pull so many of them, you're going to get more than Constellation. The only thing that I see that's super noteworthy, and a lot of people don't know about this, is that Constellation 4 Gorou is a healer. And that's what's funny, because when you activate General's Glory, his, burst, you'll heal the active characters within the AoE by 50% of Gorou's own defense, which is why you want to scale defense on top of what you normally would in the first place. So, definitely, if you're going to go for a Constellation for Gorou, go for the 4-star. Or go for the 4th Constellation. 4-star. I'm dumb. Talents. Now, talents is a little weird because, again, this is going to be a different kind of build for Gorou, to be honest. And it's... I tell people all the time, like, you get up your burst and all that, which is great, but your skill is going to be the one thing that you're going to be getting a lot of. So, that's why you see that my normal attacks are 1, my burst is at 1, even though the burst would help out a lot too. But mainly you're going to be getting that General's War Banner. And the reason being is because I think it's like every 5 seconds you can activate it. So definitely go for the General's War Banner skill and upgrade that on your talents. If you want to, you could upgrade your burst afterwards, which is easily doable. But if anything else, all you need to do is just upgrade your skill because, again, he's going to be your battery. And batteries are basically your best bet when it comes to getting your characters like Arataki Ito's burst or Zhongli's burst, so on and so forth. So that's why I call Gorou a battery. And that's why he's so great. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to go show a little bit of gameplay. Now, again, as I've stated before, guys, when it comes to this stuff, don't take it as me not wanting to do Spiral Abyss. It's more so... you want to look at these characters in everyday situations because not everybody is going to be running Spiral Abyss all the time. But everybody is going to be looking for materials. So let's go ahead and let's test it out on this thing and kind of show off what Gorou can do. Now, with Gorou, like I said, this is actually perfect for him since he's, a long-range character. So let's go ahead, let's wait until he's done. Get that stuff going. We're going to get the General's War Banner down. Come on. Come on down here. There we go. All right, so we got him right there. We're going to get that going. We're going to activate the rally banner. We're going to get that. Boom. 1, 2, and then watch. Look at that. Boom. Easy peasy. Gorou in that instance really helps out, but I don't think that really gives Gorou enough credit because it was only the one enemy. And it worked out to Gorou's strength because of the fact that, like, Eye of the Storm... okay, if you're going to put Eye of the Storms in here, MiHoYo, make them a little bit tougher to deal with. Because honestly, at level 90, these things are a piece of cake. So, that's how it is for me in Eye of the Storms. I see them and I yawn. Alright. So I think this is going to be a little bit better. So what we're going to do, we're going to activate this. And then we're going to go ahead and pull these two together. Activate. Going to activate that again. Activate that. Get Ushi in there. Alright, let's see. Let's get it. Now look at this. See how he's only doing like 20,000, 15,000? That's the kind of show that Arataki Ito is only going to do so much without that War Banner. That War Banner is really going to help. So let's go ahead. We got the 15,000, 20,000 from him right there. I'm trying to make sure that I get all this stuff going so that when I go to the next one, and this is basically the team you're going to kind of run Gorou on is with Geo characters because the fact that his build kind of centers around Geo. With one character, which could include himself, he's adding more defense. With 2 characters, so him and Arataki Ito, you're getting resistance to interruption. And then if you add a 3rd Geo character in that, you're getting the Geo damage bonus. So that's why I have Gorou, Ito, and Zhongli. Kazuha's kind of here to kind of bring the enemies in, so that way we can keep on, fighting. Now this is going to be a weird one. Let me do this. Let's get that. Okay, so he should have his thing. So now let's see what he does here. Let's go, Rally Barret. Boom. Look at that, 35k on that. Look at that. Gorou just makes Itto a beast. And this is why I say that he's going to really help out the meta. Now, let's go ahead and let's say we take Itto out of the picture, and instead of running Itto, we could run a Zhongli. Now, my Zhongli needs to kind of be rebuilt because Tenacity of the Millilith is one of his best artifact sets. And I don't have it with Tenacity. Sorry. Oh, I'm a little bit tired, guys. I gotta go to work here soon. So, alright, so we got... Let's go ahead. We're gonna run it as Zhongli. So, let's get that. Let's get the battery. Now let's go ahead and do this, and then let's see what he can do with it. So that's almost an extra 10k right there. An extra 10k for my boy Zhongli. And again, it's not to say that my Zhongli's terrible. It's just more so that going and getting that 10% extra is a little bit, or not 10%, but that extra damage is going to help. So let's go ahead. Let's finish this up. Let's get that. Let's get the battery going, and then 1, 2. Oh my god, why did you run back? Screwed me out of using my abilities, but I digress. That wasn't exactly like the best showcase for Itto. Itto, I'm sorry, I made you look really, really bad. But that's really all you need to know about Gorou, is that Gorou is going to work really well with Geo characters. That's his whole shtick, is that he's good with Geos. And now why I say this is meta changing is because of the fact that you're going to see more people running these like solo element characters. Like, you're gonna run more Geo characters on this team because of Gorou's abilities. So it's really cool to see the little bit of a meta change. However, that is also a hindrance for him because he's not going to be used in a lot of different builds. You know, granted, you could still technically use him in anything, especially if you're running the 4-piece Noblesse Oblige to get that 20% extra attack. But at the same time, your abilities become nothing. You are literally just the Noblesse character. So you have to be really careful with how you use him and how you're going to bring him in. Granted, you're like with him on the team, you're instantly getting that 30% defense boost, which is great, but not every character goes off of defense. That's the problem. So Gorou is meta changing, but also he's limited. And a lot of people might argue with me, and I understand that. You know, I've always been able to take constructive criticism. So if you guys disagree with me, please let me know in the comments and tell me why you disagree. What teams does Gorou work with? But from what I'm seeing with his abilities and from the testing that I've been doing with him to kind of show him off, he's better and 100% more useful in a Geo team. Now, if he has some benefits in a non-Geo team, where it's just him and then all the other characters, different elements, please let me know. I definitely want to see it. Like, it'd be fantastic. But yeah, his definite best character to run with is Itto. Like, that's a guarantee. Itto is a freaking beast. It's scary how good Itto is. You could run him with Zhongli, Noelle, Albedo, Ningguang, all those Geo characters, and he's going to do just fine. He's definitely meta changing in that sense. So, but I will say that I'm kind of excited with what this means. Like, are we going to go the more mono team type of thing? And if we are, I'd like to see what characters are going to do it next. Overall, I'd say Gorou is a fantastic addition to Genshin Impact. He's a lot of fun when it comes to the Geo team, and I'm loving him on my companionship team even when it's just him, Itto, Sayu, and Diluc, which is weird. I know, you guys are going to be like, he's using Diluc and Itto? What a freaking moron. When Diluc's done, I'm switching him for Kujosara, most likely. So, anyways, I digress. That's me over-explaining. But what do you guys think about Itto, or not Itto? What do you guys think about Gorou? Do you guys like him? Do you think he's meta-changing? One other note really quick. You don't have to put him to level 90 for him to work. Just ascend him to his last ascension, and then you're A-okay. So, but as always, guys, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back with another video, which I'm actually very excited to record because it's going to be a little bit different and like these build guides. It's going to be talking about some really cool stuff, or at least stuff that I think should change when it comes to Genshin Impact, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. As always, guys, thank you so much. Love you guys to death, and we will catch you guys in the next video.